Synergies. 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 Synergies are a new addition to Hockey Ultimate Team this year in NHL 17. Gone are the days where you pretty much put your highest overall players together to make up your team. You now have to be a little bit more considerate in trying to figure out who works well with who, I guess. With whom. Uh, so it's kind of like another form of chemistry from the past NHL games, but in this case, the chemistry is all over your team rather than just your lines. If you have synergies activated, they give you a bonus to your stats. You can either have player synergies or team synergies, which I'll go over in a second. So I just put a bunch of people here just so that I can have all the synergies. They don't really have to be activated, but there is a way that you can have all of them activated by using special edition cards like Heroes and I guess just the newly released cards. They can have multiple synergies. I think 5 might be the max this year, although like at this point when I created this video, there's a maximum of 4. We'll see in the future. There's still a long way to go. So if I go over to Iron Shins and One-Time Efficiency, you'll notice Iron Shins says activating the style will give players with Iron Shins a bonus. What this means is anything to the left of Iron Shins is a player synergy. It's just the players who have this synergy will get this bonus. Anything to the right of it, such as One-Timer Efficiency, it says this style will give every player a +3 bonus. So people do not need to have this synergy, but they'll still get the bonus. That's why that team synergies are very good, but they cost a lot more points to use, to have. So we're going to go through these right now. So the first one is Dirty Dangler. You get a +3 bonus to deking, hand-eye, and puck control. It's also known as DD. This is not that great of a synergy because deking as a stat doesn't really help too much. It just allows you to keep the puck more. You lose the puck less when you're deking. Nothing that exciting. Hand-eye allows you to get some more deflections in front of the net, which is great, but usually only certain players will be in front of the net. And hand-eye is also pretty good when it comes to receiving passes as well. So it could be nice there, but it's okay. And then puck control. Puck control is probably one of the better ones out of these 3. It allows you to keep control of the puck when you get poked or hit. So you'll lose the puck less again. My thoughts on a Dirty Dangler are the fact the fact that players with this synergy are probably already good at deking and already good at puck control, maybe not hand-eye. So I don't think it'll affect them that much. It'll kind of just like make them even better. It's kind of like imagining Patrick Kane. I don't know if he has this synergy, but if he did, I would feel like actually he probably has a team synergy, but I'd feel like he wouldn't need it. He's already pretty good at dangling, holding the puck, etc. Next one's passing playmaker. It's a player bonus, player synergy again. It gives a +3 bonus to passing, poise, and offensive awareness. Passing, I think, is a useless stat because you can have a bunch of bronze players with like 50 passing, and they would work the same way as gold players. It really is just how you play and how it affects how you pass. And there's also sliders that can help you get better passes. So that's why I feel like passing is a useless stat. Poise basically means if these players get hit, they won't lose their stats too much. It's not like injuries, but it it kind of goes pretty similarly with endurance, where it's how much like energy that they have to keep going, to keep fighting. So that's kind of a useless stat too. Give a +3 bonus. That's not going to do anything. Then offensive awareness. It's pretty much how your players act in the offensive zone, whether it's picking up pucks or being a little bit more accurate with their shots. It just doesn't seem that great for this synergy. Wicked Wristers is a really good one if you take a lot of wrist shots. Though if you just take slap shots the entire game, Wicked Wristers don't help at all. But this usually is on all of your forwards, and Wicked Wristers could definitely help out quite a bit. Taking your shots from like 87 to 90, it makes a difference. Increases the wrist shot accuracy and the power, so it's a lot more effective. It'll go where you want it to. It'll go there a lot faster. So I would recommend Wicked Wristers if you have that kind of play style. OJ, Orange Juice, or it's offensive juggernaut. Huh, okay, whatever. It gives a +2 slapshot power, slapshot accuracy, offensive awareness, and strength. OJ could be pretty good, and above all else, it only takes 3 points. So, it's a lot easier to activate this synergy, and it's pretty good for, as you can see, all the slap shots that you take. This is good for your defensemen taking one-timers with their slap shots. It could just be good for kind of just like long-distance shots, because you're not really going to be able to shoot long-distance wristers. You take those slap shots. On top of that, you have the offensive awareness, as we went over, and strength. Strength is an attribute that pretty much adds to every other attribute. So, given a +2 in strength, I think it might even increase the slapshot power a little bit more than 2. Might even be 3. I don't know. I don't know what the formula is. I'm not a mathematician. Don't hurt me. So OJ's pretty decent for the slap shots, but it is just a player synergy. Another thing I want to mention before we continue is you can have more than a certain amount of points here, and you don't actually have to activate them yourself, these synergies. As long as you have the players on your lineup and the little diamond here is filled out, you're good. So you can have 10 points in offensive juggernaut, and all 10 of those players, or I mean some players have more than one OJ point or synergy, then I guess it won't be 10. But if you have 10 players with this synergy, all 10 of those players will get this bonus, but not the whole team. So Speedsters is one of my favorites. It is just a player synergy, but those players, they're already pretty damn fast. Someone like Carl Hagelin, who's got 90 or 91 skating, I can't remember. I could probably just press B and look at it, but no, I will not. This will increase their agility, speed, and acceleration. I read that backwards. You like that? I don't know how I did it. But it'll increase it by a +2. And this will make your fast players, like if you don't have a top tier team, this will take your above average players and give them that boost that they need to keep up with a top tier team. So that's why I love running with my Speedsters in Hockey Ultimate Team, because they'll keep up with those players, and sometimes they'll skate even faster than they will. Of course, then shooting becomes the issue, but as long as you get into good positions, you should be able to still take the shots that you want to take. So acceleration just means how quickly your players will be able to go a certain speed. Speed is pretty much their top speed. How fast can they ultimately go? And agility is how fast they turn. Netfront Presence is all about getting in front of the net, as you can see. It's all about the deflections and the redirects and just having like a bigger body just so that you can stop opponents from blocking shots. So it gives a +3 bonus to hand-eye, aggressiveness, balance, and strength. If you find that you never cycle the puck, this is absolutely useless to you because you'll never have a person in front of the net if you're shooting off the rush, off the breakout. And it gives a +3 bonus to hand-eye, aggressiveness, balance, and strength. We talked about hand-eye, how that affects redirects, so it's good there. Aggressiveness, not really. Wait, did we talk about aggressiveness? I don't know if we did. Probably didn't. Aggressiveness basically means whenever you hit someone, it's kind of like a little bit more forceful, where that player will lose. That player will get like intimidated and lose some stats after they get hit. So it's the opposite of poise, which we went over here. But aggressiveness still isn't all that exciting. Balance is just your players staying up after they get hit or pushed around. Not incredibly exciting. And strength we talked about. So good news is that Netfront Presence requires 3 points, but still not that great. So Faceoff Master helps with the face-offs, and it also adds poise. Something that you do have to look at in terms of Faceoff Master is sometimes your centers should be the ones who have the synergy, but sometimes they aren't. Patrick Berglund over here, I believe he's a right wing. Let's just take a peek at that. I put him on center here, part of my editing lines video. But yeah, he's a right wing who has the Faceoff Master synergy. Doesn't make much sense because the only time a right wing ever takes a faceoff is if your center gets a penalty. That hardly, well, I mean it happens. It's just not too often. You have a 1 in 5 chance to get a penalty, or 1 in 6 maybe. Oh, whatever. So keep an eye on that. Only your centers should be the ones to really have Faceoff Master. And if you have a defenseman with Faceoff Master, then just sell him or something. I don't know, quick sell him. He's useless. Though I doubt he would have it. Just saying. Relentless Forecheck goes pretty similarly with Speedsters, and that's why I kind of approve of it. So forechecking is the idea that your opponent is in his zone, trying to get out of his zone, and your players are coming in for him, trying to steal the puck in his zone. Your players will be a lot faster. They'll have more endurance, so they won't lose energy as much. They'll have better stick checking and body checking. I think the stick checking, body checking kind of gives you like an option, because if you're more into stick checks, if you're more into body checks, it'll help those two options out. But it gives you both if you want to have both. So I approve of Relentless Forecheck, especially since it gives a +3 to acceleration, and you might not even use these players for forechecking. Like it could just be like another Carl Hagelin, like you trying to get a breakaway. They still get a +3 bonus to acceleration. It's kind of weird, but hey, it works out. Defensively responsible gives a +3 boost to stick checking, body checking, defensive awareness, and balance. Actually, before we do that, make sure that your Relentless Forecheck guys are your fast guys too. Defensively responsible gives all that, what I just said already. So these players are gonna be able to strip the puck off your opponents a lot easier in the defensive zone, or even in the neutral zone. Your body checks will be a little bit more effective. They'll be able to intercept opponents' passes more, and balance doesn't really help in terms of being defensively responsible. So while it's good, it only affects certain players, so it's probably not all that great. If it was a team synergy, it's great. But there's another team synergy that is very similar to this. So I do not approve of defensively responsible. Unless it's paired with another synergy. Heavy hitter, someone like Cronwall, who loves dishing out the Cronwall. It gives a bonus to body checking, strength, and defensive awareness. All this really means is your checks, your body checks will be a lot more powerful. It's nothing great. I think if you get a hit, unless you're like using a midget on like a really big dude, if you get a hit, your opponent will likely lose the puck or likely be knocked over. So it doesn't change the game just by giving them a +4 bonus. It might make the hits more devastating and fun to look at. That's it. It won't help you. Just make you have more fun. Iron Shins is one I do not understand. +4 defensive awareness is good. Shot blocking is not. That that does not do anything. Your player can have 99 shot block, and what's that gonna do? He's gonna like be able to block the shot and then take the puck instantly? No. If you guys saw my strategies video, you'll know that my players already try to block the shot anytime that they can, and I don't think it makes them that much smarter if their shot blocking attribute is up. And durability could be a little nice too, because if they do block a shot, less likely for them to get injured. They don't have to be blocking a shot for this durability bonus to go into effect, but I hardly ever have them become injured from that anyway. So another one I do not approve of. One-timer efficiency is great mostly because it gives every player the +3 bonus. It also gives the slap shot power, so your D2D one-timers become much more effective. You'll notice that Gibson gives this one-timer bonus, and while good, it's also kind of weird that he gets a slap shot power increase, because your goalie taking slap shots is questionable. But giving everyone hand-eye, being able to redirect pucks, and for the one-timers or just normal shots, being able to receive passes better, their passing is increased, which of course we don't care too much about. Your offensive awareness and your slap shot power. I think the fact that there's 4 different attributes here, they all kind of go hand in hand. So that's why it's kind of a big increase. And I do like the one-timer efficiency, but it's probably not as good as the other team synergies. So it's good, I approve, but there's better ones out there. Your cycle game. This one is another really good synergy because it includes puck control and agility, 2 of the bigger stats, so your players will not lose the puck as often, and they'll be able to turn a lot easier. Endurance also helps if your lines are out there for some time, so they'll be able to stay out there a little bit longer. And you guys know how I feel about passing. So cycle game could be pretty good. Another thing about cycle game is it's only 6 points. 6 points for all of your players to get this. That is why it could be pretty useful. And it's pretty easy to get. Longrange Bombers is a fun one because everyone on your team gets the +3 slap shot bonuses. So they'll have stronger slap shots, and they'll have their accuracy with their slap shots will be a lot better. Offensive awareness helps out a little bit as well. But of course, if you don't take slap shots as often, don't look into getting this. It'll just be a waste. Tape to tape increases your passing, your offense awareness, and your poise. Again, the fact that this is a 6-point synergy might help you out a little bit because all your players will play a little bit better, and it's easy to get. team wheel is probably a must-have on every team. The fact that it gives a +3 bonus to acceleration, agility, and speed for everybody makes makes all of your players just so much faster. And if you pair it with the other two synergies that increase your acceleration, agility, and speed, or I guess the other synergies that do that, your players will all of a sudden get like a +10 bonus, or some players will get a +10 bonus in these stats, while other players will have it a little bit less. So this pretty much allows you to compete with the top teams. And if the top tier teams have this, then it's even worse because they're pretty much at 99 overall everywhere. I do recommend the team wheel. Team Sha Blocking is useless. It gives everyone the shot blocking perk, but only your defensemen are really the ones that are shot blocking. Your forwards are pretty much trying to strip the puck away from the opponent. Balance isn't that exciting. Durability isn't that exciting. Agility could be useful, but it's pretty much the only one out of this team synergy. Or it'll help. It's a Trap is the last one that focuses on stick checking, defensive awareness, and discipline. This is also a must-have in your team as far as the team synergy goes, because all three of these stats, stick checking, defensive awareness, and discipline, go hand in hand together. So your poke checks will be a lot more effective and may make your opponent scream like a little girl, the fact that you're stripping the puck from them that easily. When you poke check, you'll obviously be able to get the puck easier from them, but with the addition of discipline, you won't trip them as often because discipline makes you get penalties less, and it doesn't make you get penalties less by making the ref not see what you did, but you'll go for the legal stuff less. So this is definitely a must-have as well. So these are the different synergies in the game with my thoughts, my opinion on them. The last thing I want to mention is that coaches also give you a bonus to synergies, and you should definitely put them in for the synergies that you're missing or you're pretty close to getting, so that they can contribute. These coaches usually will only be team synergies. So check that out, and that'll be it for this video. Hopefully you guys can now understand a little bit better on how to build a team in Hockey Ultimate Team, and hopefully it helps you out. With that, have a good one, and I'll see you next time.